Hey, in this video, I'm going to tell you how I beat Lyme disease and overcame all of the struggles that came with it as a busy person. Okay? By the way, my name is Ryan Kearns. It's nice to meet you. I personally struggled with Lyme disease where it was attacking my heart. I thought I was going to die. I went through some serious struggles with trying to get better, and there are a lot of people that are scared for their health, and I don't want you to be one of them. And that's why I created this channel. So if you're new here, welcome, hit the subscribe button, and let's jump into it. So early on, when I first found out I had Lyme disease, the very first thing that I thought was, I don't have time for this, right? I remember a deep feeling of angst and just feeling like, oh man, I'm so angry. Like I don't have time to be dealing with these big problems, right? But at that point, my health was clearly deteriorating. I was getting vertigo. I couldn't see very well. I couldn't move very straight. But the thing was, I had a child, I had a wife, I had another child on the way. I had a business that I was trying to build, and all of these things compiled together made me extremely busy and running around all over the place trying to do the things that I needed to do in order to have a healthy and happy home life. And so once I got Lyme disease, everything kind of came to a halt, and that was frustrating. It angered me, it saddened me. I had some serious feelings about that. So if you're in a similar position right now where you found out you have Lyme disease, but you're like, man, I just don't have time for this. I just don't know, I just don't want to deal with this. I know how you feel. I've been there, and I'm sure many of you have been there as well. I just wanted to shine some light on how I handled that and what I did in order to beat Lyme disease so that I didn't have to deal with it anymore and so that I could get back to my family and my business. So the very first thing that I did was everything. I'm serious. You gotta stack the cards in your favor, right? If you find out that some people do a certain thing and other people do a certain thing, why not do both, right? So for example, in the very beginning, a doctor gives you antibiotics. I'm like, okay. Then I look into it some more, find out some people take herbs. So I was like, what if I do both, right? I ended up kind of leaning away from the antibiotics and moving more towards herbal regimens, nutrition, lifestyle. I leaned more towards those things, and that's what I talk about all the time here on this channel. But that doesn't mean that I wasn't willing to take antibiotics if it meant I could get back to my life as fast as possible. The thing is, sometimes people take antibiotics and they just don't see the results. They don't get better. They still have the Lyme disease symptoms. They have whatever they're dealing with Lyme disease. Could be achy joints, headaches, brain fog. It could be a number of things, as you know. And if they're still dealing with it after the antibiotics, then they start to move into the other things. Well, I said, why not just do everything? I changed my diet completely. I moved to a completely plant-based diet because I thought that getting all of the extra vitamins and minerals into my life was going to help my body heal because I would have enough of everything. I also made sure to take vitamins, and I started looking into all the herbs that I could use in order to heal, and I started using all of those. And I was taking antibiotics for a short period of time before I realized that I didn't think I actually needed to and I could do it just holistically. Then I took them out. I also started learning more about lifestyle things that I can do, like getting better sleep and meditating and all the different ways that we can reduce stress, and trying to find a hobby that kept me relaxed but kept me kind of focused on something so I wouldn't go crazy, but also helped lower my blood pressure instead of going crazy and running around all over the place and trying to get things done all the time. I was able to find a way to just kind of relax. And at that time it was drawing and painting and then also creating videos for this YouTube channel. The point is, I stacked the cards in my favor heavily, right? I thought if anybody has ever done it, I want to try it because I want to get better as fast as possible. So that's the first mentality that you need to have if you're trying to, get better faster because you're busy and you don't want to deal with it. Just do everything. Just if someone has done it, maybe you should try it, right? Now, I'm not saying throw all caution into the wind and just go, take every single pill that you find. No, be smart about it. vet your stuff, know your stuff, look into the research, and then slowly start to use the different herbs, the different nutrition practices, the different lifestyle hacks until you slowly start to get better and better, right? So I don't see a reason why someone would just take antibiotics and call it a day, to be honest. I believe that if you know for a fact that a lot of people never heal from Lyme disease, even if they take antibiotics, why wouldn't you start off by taking more than just antibiotics? And by not just taking, I mean by changing your life more than just adding in antibiotics, I should say. All right, and I think that worked really well for me. I mean, I was better within 3 months, and I haven't had any symptoms ever since. So I would recommend that to other people if they were looking to get better fast, because they can't deal with all of the pressure on them like I was, the same position that I was in at the time. So again, don't just do one thing, do everything. And then another tip that I have is flipping it to look at the bright side, right? So when bad things happen in life, it's really important not to just, get beat up over it. I'll give you an example. I went to Colorado one time with my family. I was with my ex-wife, my wife at the time, and my 2 kids. We went to Colorado on a trip because we wanted to go see Colorado. We'd never been there before. Well, I'd been there a bunch of times actually. They've never been there before. I wanted to show them all the cool things like Red Rocks Amphitheater and all the different hiking spots and the really beautiful landscape and place that Colorado is. Anyway, we go there, and we go to a restaurant first thing when we get there. We leave the restaurant and I realize I lost my phone. I go back in the restaurant, look all over, look under the table, in the seat I was in, all around for my phone, and I can't find it. Now, there's 2 things I could have done. I could have completely freaked out, lost my mind, ruined the entire trip, and just been completely devastated that I lost my phone, right? Phones are very important too, as an adult in today's age. I needed my phone because I was also working while I was there. You also need your phone just to stay safe. Needless to say, I was kind of distraught. It's kind of like, man, I need to find my phone. But instead of obsessing over it and getting upset and ruining the whole trip, I decided to drop it and let it go and say, it'll show up. Like, don't worry. So I just wrote down my wife's phone number, gave it to the restaurant, said, if you find this phone, just let us know. After that, I forgot about my phone. I just completely whatever, it's fine. It'll work itself out. Went about my day, and before you know it, about 2-3 hours later, we get a phone call on my wife's phone, and they say, hey, we found your phone, which was amazing. I was like, yes. So we went back, got it, and everything was fine. But here's the point. In between there, I said, you know what? I don't have my phone, but we're in Colorado, this is beautiful, and I'm going to enjoy this, right? I had to look at the bright side. I had to look at the positives instead of just staying stuck in the negative situation. Now, when I got Lyme disease, I did something very similar. Once I found out that other people were struggling from it, just like I was, I said, oh my God, this is such a big problem that other people have. It sucks that I have this disease and that I'm suffering with this, infection, but if I can help other people, maybe it will all be worth it. Maybe not worth it, but maybe it will make me feel a little bit better. Maybe I can turn this into a positive. Maybe I can turn this into something that's good for not only me, but for hundreds and thousands of other people. And that's when I created this channel, and that was 5+ years ago, and I'm still here today helping people with Lyme disease. So that's an amazing thing. And finally, if you want to get better really fast, one of the best ways to do that is just to work with someone or a team of people who can help, right? What about people that have studied Lyme disease, know everything about Lyme disease? They know all of the herbs that you can take, all of the nutrition hacks that you should use, all of the lifestyle things that you can do in order to get better. Well, that's exactly what's happening with the 6-week challenge that we're launching very soon. We're going to build up this challenge to be one of the best challenges that ever existed because we're fighting back against Lyme disease. I'm tired of seeing people lay over and let Lyme disease run their life, and it's time for us to stand up and fight back, right? We need to fight against Lyme disease. We need to challenge Lyme disease. And sometimes that's a challenge to ourselves. Like, for example, it's not easy to just completely change your entire nutrition and what you eat. It's not easy to change your lifestyle and start meditating every day. It's not easy to do certain things that are going to help your body heal in the long term and turn your body into healing mode. But if we are a group, if we work together, we can get much more done. In this challenge, we're gonna give you our 3 top selling supplements. They're actually herbs, so the herbs that help heal Lyme disease, we'll give those to you as part of the challenge. The challenge is going to be a deep and amazing experience where we go into everything together and we beat Lyme disease as a group. It's gonna be amazing, it's gonna be interesting, and it's going to change lives. So if you're up for that, click the link in the description below this video and sign up for free just to learn more about the Lyme Wars 6-week challenge that we're throwing here. I did say it was going to be in June. Quick note, I'm actually moving in June, moving 8 hours away from my house, so I'm driving to a different state. I'm gonna move somewhere else, so it's taking a lot of my energy to kind of like pack everything up and get everything moved. If you've moved before, you know how tough it is. So I'm doing that, and honestly, I don't think the challenge will launch in June. Looking at more like a July launch now, so I'll be talking about it all of June still. And if you want to sign up, I suggest you just sign up for free so that we can stay in touch and we can tell you exactly what's going on with the Lyme Wars 6-week challenge. We can give you your free supplements. We can make sure that your nutrition is locked in. We can help you with your lifestyle and your habits. And look, I get it. It's not your fault that you got Lyme disease, right? Sometimes it's just the cards that you're dealt. But like I said, you have to stack the cards in your favor, right? And one way to do that is to get around people that want to see you heal, that actually their livelihood depends on seeing you heal. That would make all the difference, and you would end up beating Lyme disease much faster, easier, quicker. Honestly, I believe if this existed when I got Lyme disease, I probably wouldn't have worried so much. I probably would have got through it faster and easier because I just would have signed up for the 6-week challenge, and then, I would have let the experts handle all the rest, right? I would let them tell me what to do. I would let them tell me how, what should I take? What should I do? How should I get better? And it would be easy because they would just hand me the blueprint. Say, do this, do this, do this. Oh, did you do this? Okay, well, maybe we should do this, right? There's different things that are gonna be different for each person. We're all different, but when we work together, we can do amazing things. So sign up for the 6-week challenge, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you're busy, listen, just hang in there. You can do this. You can heal even if you feel like you have no time to put into yourself. You can still heal. It takes a little bit of moving towards your goal over a long period of time, but you can get there still. And you can do things today that stack the cards in your favor and help you get better faster. So go ahead and do those things, and I'll see you soon. Happy healing. Bye-bye.